Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Mob Psycho 102, which is on episode 11, or you can call it Mob Psycho 100 Season 2, which, yeah. Anyways, this episode right here looks pretty simple. Nothing much I can really give out in certain detail, but if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that most of Mob and his other friends are like taking on some espers here and there, while Mob ends up taking on a group along with the plant guy, but he has some struggle with them. But eventually, the guy who could control evil spirits decides to help him out. But all of a sudden, he does get overpowered eventually by the plant Esper guy, but one of his subordinates ends up breaking a bottle where he can't control that evil spirit, and it was Mogami. He ends up easily defeating everyone, and he was about to kill someone, but Mob tries to convince him just let him go, you know? He's not worth killing. I mean, like, he could reform as long as there's a chance to, like, do something like that. Although, like, Mogami disagrees because some people just doesn't change that way, and they just cause major problems. So what makes you think you could keep an eye on them forever? Is that what you're trying to say? But Mob convinces Mogami, like, I can't keep an eye on him forever, but you may never know what they could actually do to reform. So pretty much Mob convinces Mogami to let him go, you know? He's not worth killing because there's a chance for him to reform. And we see to it, of course, that Mogami does expect less from Mob himself, but he does warn Mob that sometimes you gotta be a little bit hard on people for them to understand. You can't just go easy all the time, and therefore we see to it that that he disappears and he may never show himself again. Though we don't really know where he went. And as for Sho, he ends up deciding to like take down his father because he's gonna use his powers to like cause some major pain and misery to everyone else. That's something that he's not very happy for. And we see to it, of course, that Ritsu decides to help him out due to the fact that his father might be going berserk. However, there's one guy that's in the way right now, and he's that teleporting, able to predict the future guy. But unfortunately, we have to it that Ritsu decides to take him on while Sho decides to like go after his father. So we have to it that Ritsu does take on the guy that could teleport and able to predict the future, but unfortunately it was too much for Ritsu to handle until Terra and the other former Scar people of Clock shows up to take him on. They do struggle pretty badly, but thanks to like after like fighting him for like in a matter of minutes, etc., they managed to like gain a couple hits on him, and eventually they will be able to like actually hit him really hard due to the fact that Terra managed to distract him for a while, and they managed to like almost defeat him. But after using complete concentration and using Mind's Eye whatsoever, he's able to turn the tide, and he was about to kill them all or defeat them all, but Mob shows up and ends up having to like turn the tide, and Reagan uses self-defense multiple punch and knocks him out. Well, exhausts him out. And we see to it, of course, the guy gives up and confesses that, like, I'll tell you this right now. The boss over there just wants to take over the world. For me, I'm just doing this just so I can have fun. And Mob therefore tells him off by saying, so you go on disrupting people's lives just for the hell of it? Don't freaking mess with me, you know? Or Fusaka, or something like that, you know? And the guy ends up having to disappear right away. And we see to it that one of the scars of Claw are like concerned about him disappearing, but Terra says, hey, don't worry about it. This guy might have turned over a new leaf. As for Sho, which happened during the episode, he ends up having to face one of the electronic espers, but defeats him easily, and he tries to face his father, but unfortunately he did not stand a chance due to the fact that his father has been saving up or charging up his esper powers for about 20 years or something, and ends up deciding to show a little bit to his son, and it disperses and ends up with that kind of like off-screen cliffhanger. And going back to where Mob decides to like go take on the boss whatsoever after frightening the hell out of that Esper teleporting prediction guy, he told everyone that like I'll take care of this guy, all right? You guys stay back. And they go, you can't take this guy alone. Let us help you out. But Mob says, look at you guys right now. You're battered. You're injured. You're only going to get in the way. I'm sorry to say that. And Of course, Dimple-kun or Ekabo-kun ends up realizing that Mob actually took that advice from Mogami, that you gotta be hard on people sometimes, otherwise, things are not gonna change that easily, you know? And we see to it that Reagan tells Dimple-kun to like go help the guy out, alright? Keep an eye on him. Although Dimple-kun is actually guilty to see how Mob, that he tried to take advantage of him, but he's actually surprised to see how Mob grew up so much after taking major good advice from Mogami himself. And there's a post-credit scene where Mob ends up meeting Serizawa, the guy who's like some powerful esper as well. He tells Mob to kindly leave before things get ugly. And the episode ends off there. Preview of next episode, it's called Friendship, so I don't know what's really bound to happen next, but one thing was sure, it's almost the end, you know? Next episode 12 is the second to last episode of what's to come. Although, like, I'm surprised it gotten this far. I'm even more shocked to see to it that it's coming to an end very soon. And let me see here. Spring Anime 2019 is coming about in a couple weeks. So best be prepared. So overall, like I said, nothing much really. Pretty simple episode. Nothing much has happened, but yeah, the final boss is about to be appearing. Is about to face Mob. Mob's about to face the final boss soon. As long as he's able to get past Serizawa, like no problem. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Right? Peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.